fastest contestant ever, trying to make history tonight if he can answer this last question. The topic is animals.
Oh, this should be easy.
After everything I've learned from Trav's travels, I cannot wait to bring home the grand prize and prove to Grandpa Trav that I'm not just one of those lazy youngsters he's always complaining about. True or false? Bison and buffalo are the same thing. Bison. Did Trav do an episode of Bison? Bison and buffalo are definitely not the same thing. Not the same thing. Not the same thing. Oh no. That must have been that week when the road racing game came out. I knew I should have paid closer attention. Not the same thing. Oh no. They'll never let me live this down if I miss this question. Think. Not the same thing. Buffalo. How do I know buffalo? Buffalo sauce. Buffalo, New York. Mark Buffalo. Oh, I will never know. Unless. While in North America, you'll sometimes hear a bison called a buffalo, it's actually a mistake that dates all the way back to when European settlers confused them based on appearance. They're also America's pride and joy, being named our national mammal in 2016. Oh no! I did all of this work to lose to a buffalo!
No, actually lost to a bison.
The North American bison is the largest mammal on the entire continent. A male bison can weigh over 2,000 pounds and stand over 6 feet tall. For as big as the bison is, and it is really big, they're also very fast. If the buffalo really wanted to, it can go up to 35 miles per hour. However, you won't see them running around very often. They're not exactly the exercise type. They spend most of their days grazing for their favorite food, grass. You haven't heard of the latest fad diet? It's all natural vegan grass. They just opened up a shop this morning. I've been 4 times already. Ugh. This line is so long. This place was so much better before it became so mainstream.
Grab your map, because it's time for...
Where on earth is the animal?
Where?
Do you know where you can find a bison? If you said, in Europe and North America, you were correct. Great work.
If you ever wanted to know how a bison was feeling, just take a look at its tail. Well, what's my tail telling you? Grandpa Trav, you don't have a tail. It doesn't take a genius to tell my bunions are flaring up again. Ew, gross! Glad you don't have a tail. If their tail is hanging down, they're most likely loving life and just relaxing. But look out if that tail is pointing up. This may mean that they're feeling stressed or threatened. This may be when you see them take off with that blazing speed. The bison isn't exactly the cleanest animal. You can see them oftentimes rolling around in the mud or dirt to help shed themselves of fur and fleas. The bison are an incredible conservation success story. Scientists estimate that there were nearly 30 to 60 million bison in North America as early as 1500. As Europeans settled North America, more and more bison were killed every day for their furs and meat. By the late 1800s, there were only 325 total bison in the United States. In 1905, President Theodore Roosevelt co-founded the American Bison Society, which worked hard to conserve the last remaining bison. This conservation effort saw amazing success in their hard work. Over the next 100 years, the wild bison population climbed over 20,000.
It's time for a conservation conversation. As I mentioned earlier, the bison is doing great in the wild, thanks to the hard work of conservationists. To show your support for the bison, I challenge you to share your old toys with some of your friends. Not only do they get to play with your fun toys, but it keeps trash out of the bison's home.
Thanks for checking us out this week, travelers. This week's animal was suggested by traveler Brock. Brock wrote into travelers@travstravels.org and requested the bison. Thanks, Brock! If there's an animal or conservation effort you'd like to learn more about, make sure to email us or visit one of our social media pages. Keep on traveling.
We're waiting here for the final question. Tell us, please, your answer. Well, I can say with 100% certainty, the answer to this question is true. Bison and buffalo are the same thing. Woo! Sorry, that's incorrect. You were so close, though. It was false. No! Tune in next week, though, where we have a contestant who claims he is a super genius get yoked bro.